Yeah, Dre. Like I said, I want to get back into the music part. Like, so let's not go straight into Dark Side of the Bing. Let's talk transition from Lunch at the Lavore.
Levy.
Keep saying that shit wrong. My
It's all good. Yeah,
bad.
it could be Levy
That's how I look,
and
right?
English. Yeah.
Lunch at the Lavere, right?
Mm-hmm.
The transition from Lunch at the Lavere
Mm-hmm.
into Dark Side of the Bing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay.
you could tell the Lavere project. It wasn't just thrown together. So it's like,
Right.
let's talk about, like,
Yeah.
where we going from that one to this one.
Yeah. None of my projects should never really be just like, you know what I'm saying, like thrown together. Everything is kind of like calculated. You know what I'm saying? It's
Mm-hmm.
like to a science. You know what I'm saying? More so of that than even the rapping or the bars. Is more so that like it's always a meaning and you know what I'm saying, different shit
Mm-hmm.
that you might got decode and all that shit. But um, like we was talking about the lunch at the Levy, that was more so like my fashion and art side of SportsCenter Dre.
Ah,
So
okay, okay.
it's more so of that. You know what I'm saying? Like I was saying earlier, the Bowl Season Sugar Bowl '88 project I dropped, that was more so like the sports side. You know what I'm saying? Then my first project that I ever dropped, solo project, Gallery Heist, that was like everything mixed together as far as like the art. That was just letting you know that I'm on some artsy shit. You
Okay,
know what
I
I'm saying?
got you. I got you. So,
That's
so
just
you're very calculated. Is
yeah,
what
so
we
I'm
getting into.
calculated. So more so like with the dark side of the bang, that's more so like the childhood of sport, like the
Mm.
wrestling thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm heavy into that. It's more so like we know that shit fabricated, but I'm more so like into the storylines and
Nah, because
shit like
when
that.
you really look at it culturally, like it's '80s babies. Like we had the best wrestling.
Yeah, like that shit was a
It wasn't.
phenomenon back then. Like
Yeah.
you might get suspended for doing the
The move,
DX.
yeah,
You
you know what I'm
know
saying,
what I'm saying?
like
Yeah, like
Bam was
shit
like
like that.
hitting moves on back, you know what I'm
Come on,
saying, like,
man. I was
yeah,
making motherfucking. I was making
with your
belts.
brothers and your cousins and
Yeah,
sleepovers. Oh man,
bro.
that shit was like Royal Rumbles. You hitting moves, you know what I'm saying, in
You
between
picking who
playing the
you is.
games.
I'm this. I'm triple. I'm Shawn Michaels.
Yeah,
I'm this person. I'm
Bret
Undertaker.
Hart,
I'm Bret Hart.
Legion of Doom,
Yeah, all them. I'm Ultimate Warrior. I'm this
Jimmy
person.
Fly
I'm
Snooker.
Jake
You
the
got
Snake.
all that.
My cousin used to be Jake the Snake. I used to be the Snake.
Mr.
I
Perfect.
used to be the Dame. I used to be Damien. They put me in it when I was real small
Mm-hmm.
and shit. Like young nigga, small. Put me in a pillowcase. They put me in a pillowcase. I used to be Jake the Snake. Snake Damien. You know what I'm talking about?
Hey, go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brought you to the ring though.
Yeah, all that shit, bro. I used to be
Yeah.
Jake the Snake, man. All that shit. So it's more so like cultural. Like it go back.
Nah,
into
it was
the cultural
real.
shit.
We
Like
emulate all
everybody.
those moves.
You know what I'm saying? Just like how you could. You know what I'm saying? Um. Be familiar with the shit like other people is. So that's just my side. You know what I'm saying? I'm fucking with them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
At this time and shit. Just like Lunch at the Levy, I'm fucking with the fashion shop, Purse, other projects, I'm fucking with the streets. All of it is gonna be street shit, but
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
It has good, well thought through themes.
Yeah, it's street
And it's
shit.
interesting because again, it's a show on Vice
Right.
called "It's Dark Side of Wrestling,"
Dark Side of the Ring.
The Ring. So when you told me the name, you said Dark Side of the Bing. I said, well, I already see where we going. You know what I'm saying? Because those shows are very, very in depth and introspective into the life of wrestlers and like it's kind of like what's the shit for like VH1? I think
Unsung.
like it's like unsung like for like
it's
TV1.
unsung. Yeah,
It's kind of like unsung for wrestlers.
For all the old
All
wrestlers
the
that
old
we
wrestlers.
love.
Right.
So we looking like. So I'm looking at.
ODing, drug overdoses, prison
So I'm
time,
like, damn, you was doing this shit.
financial laws.
I'm looking at you on TV.
Strife with your woman in your relationship is crazy.
I'm emulating you. You know what I'm saying? And
It's
shit,
crazy.
nigga, you off the.
Yeah.
You know
what I'm saying? But again,
all types of drugs too.
this is before we talked about this earlier as far as like with hip hop a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I just mentioned like the how things were like capitalism, how corporate stuff is. Like
Right.
once the capitalism and the corporate part get in, it changed the essence of everything.
Yeah.
Wrestling in the 80s going into the 90s, that shit was like almost like a sport. It was like almost like kind of like it was an art in a sense.
Yeah,
because we didn't know it wasn't real.
That's what I was about to say.
That's the part that I think was different for us growing up.
We thought it was real.
We thought wrestling growing up was like Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior.
We thought that shit was real.
We didn't know Ultimate Warrior was on steroids. We weren't thinking about that.
Like when like when Randy Savage got bit by the snake. Remember?
Yeah.
I mean, I think when I was watching Darkside of the Bang, they said that was real. They said he really let him bite him with the snake. He just said make sure that he not
poisonous or something, right?
This or some shit, but. Yeah, he really let him. But other shit, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we thought that shit was real. Like, Undertaker throwing Mankind through a cage
like
off
cage
the Hell in a Cell.
Like, dog.
And putting a dent in the fucking ring. Like, how's that not real?
That's how, what's her name, died in the motherfucking ring.
Yeah, Owen Hart.
Owen Hart.
Yeah. He did the same shit.
Because they kept pushing the boundary of making it exciting. He came from the ceiling. Yeah,
like Shawn Michaels.
Was live.
Like Shawn Michaels. Remember Shawn Michaels came from the ceiling?
Yeah.
When he fought
but he survived, though.
But he survived because I guess he had a different jump.
Cord or something.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. That was a sad.
Owen Hart died in front of everybody. R.I.P. to Owen Hart.
Yeah, R.I.P. to Owen Hart. Yeah, he died. Hell yeah, I remember.
Like Bambas don't remember that wasn't that was before that was like 90s.
Yeah, that was 98.
Late 90s coming into the 2000s.
That when wrestling was, man, you might stay up on Monday night and the 13-year-old me might see some titties on there.
Right, I remember when in the 90s when wrestling came on Sunday evening and it was on pay-per-view. That shit was bigger than football.
Oh, yeah.
Football couldn't even compete with on that particular Sunday.
Oh, yeah. I wasn't even bad. Football, all right.
Fuck a boxing fight. Wrestling used to be like wrestling was pay-per-view, bro.
Shit, man. And that's what the dark side of the bang is. That's more so like me tapping into like if you're a wrestling fan, then you go love dark side of the bang. But even if you like, you know what I'm saying, was just part of the culture and you liked it back then, you not fucking with it now, you'll still love that shit because you know what I'm saying? I'm just referencing the racket shit. Like,
right.
You'll be like, damn. You know what I'm saying?
I think to me, it's interesting because the youngins don't have the same type of wrestling.
Yeah, nah.
Not to speak for how they enjoy it. But I think from a lineage standpoint, that's a dope idea. You know what I'm saying? Like that's smart to do because, that like I said, the 80s, like even with the because it was wrestling in the 70s the whole time, but you really understand the history.
Right. Yeah.
It was way more sloppy though. It wasn't tight though.
It wasn't tight.
It got tight into like once it got in the mid 80s.
Mid 80s, then it started getting to like the
late 80s. Once the 90s hit,
and then it got to like the mid 90s. That's where it was.
That shit went crazy.
The Attitude Era, where they was acting like regular motherfuckers,
you knew wrestlers like football teams, like a lot of the Bammers in the 90s that was popping. You knew them from like the NWA in the late 80s.
Yeah.
Like you saw.
Okay, like, you talk about the Ric Flair.
The Four Horsemen. Ric Flair's legendary.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like for our generation, like you youngins don't know who Ric Flair.
Come on, what? They think they know, some of them know Ric Flair off of like the Offset shit. I think Offset did a song would have Ric Flair. They probably think
the Ric Flair
like who that white boy. You know if they had to do that. Nah, but man, Ric Flair that dude, man.
Like when we was young, Ric Flair was like that. Slate backhanded motherfuckers in the ring.
Ric Flair is part of the culture, man.
Right.
He talked like a pimp.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
He was essentially kind of like a white Don Magic Wand to us. Man. Whole time.
Come on, man.
I think that would probably be the best comparison and comp for him.
Yeah.
Like Ric Flair was like that.
Ric Flair was like that. Roddy Piper was like that.
Roddy Piper.
Roddy Piper was act like he was part of the culture. I think I was watching a joint. He got one too. Darkside.
The whole time.
He got a biography joint on WWE, and he was talking about how he came up sleeping on the streets in Compton or some shit like that. And you could see that when he do his probos, like how he be talking, like that's how we be talking. You know what I'm saying? Like when it's time, like, you know what I'm saying? Like we smacked it, like see back to Oxford Hill shit a little bit. Like we from The area, like, we'll talk our shit, but we'll smack the shit out you. You know what I'm saying? Right after we talk that shit, you know what I'm saying? We'll fight you for sure. You know what I'm saying? We ain't, you know what I'm saying? The gunplay too,
Yeah.
if it need be, but we really are. You know what I'm saying? And that's just, you know what I'm saying? It come from that era, The Rock and all that shit, Stone Cold and all that.
I remember Stone
Like, you
Cold
know what
going
I'm
into
saying?
the like
It might be
Undertaker.
you might see like, oh, them niggas talking to me. I'm like, hold on now, that nigga about to punch his ass. I say all that shit though. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, like I think like the wrestling. I mean, shout out to Griselda. You know what I'm saying? Like they've done an amazing job with it as far as culturally because that's why you see so many people connected with East Coast '90s street rap with a certain sound and style, how it kind of resurfaced. And
shout out to Uncle John. You know what I'm saying? Big
yeah,
Lordy.
you mentioned him earlier.
Big Lordy. He from like
shout out to all
he
them.
from Southeast. He be on this same type wave. I would want to say like he's like one of the pioneers. Him and Primo, like the pioneers of this type of wave.
I fuck with Primo tough.
Talk about like, you know what I'm saying, that smooth wave, you know what I'm saying, with the Primo. Then you got the gritty dark boom bap wave with the Big Lordy. Like they keep that shit alive in the area. Like I seen them link up too.
Well, so let's. I mean, we were touching on wrestling, but I want to, since you kind of segued into that, let's talk about 90s street rap from a DMV perspective, because that's what you're doing.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, how do you creatively, you know that it's a sound that's not from here, but it's your style.
Yeah, that's just my style.
So how do you incorporate that? How do you uniquely do that?
See, I try to merge, like, so it comes like, see, I'm already from the culture, so I'm already look like I'm from the culture. So when you see me, like, you know what I'm saying, when we doing visuals and everything, like now, like I'm gonna have that shit on. You know what I'm saying? Like people could like that part of the demographic could adapt to. You know what I'm saying? And then if you listen to my lyrics, you could tell that I'm from the same soil. You know what I'm saying? Is like, you know what I'm saying? Like the old hip hop, like the early 2000s, like it's 90, like it's like late 90s, like early mid 2000, kind of like, you know what I'm saying? But I try to merge it, like, so I like the new slang. I put the new slang in there. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. I put the new slang so you could understand, you know what I'm saying, where I'm coming from a little bit. But more so like the 90s was like, you came up in the 90s as well. The 90s was just like a different era, like before internet and all that. So it's like everything is from like
how you just conducted yourself outside as an individual was different. Just a person
so
was
it's
different.
like, so all of that is going to tie into the music and shit. So how you conduct yourself, like I conduct myself like the ones before me that came up in Oxon Hill and everything. So I embody that, you know what I'm saying? Like I carry that. Like you got dudes like Heater Caesar, you got dudes like AP Fresh, you got dudes like Josh, Deuce Man, you know what I'm saying? Who you got dudes like Ty, little Ty that was already rapping before I started rapping, that was, you know what I'm saying, on this Oxon Hill shit. So it's like I use that sound, but sonically the shit changes, so my shit sound different. You know what I'm saying? I just picked the lane. You know what I'm saying? I just picked the lane. That's all. Only that's really what it comes down to. Like, far as like, so you might not hear like a real live trap album from me, but you might get like a trap beat or two, where I might be.
I was going to ask you that. So let's go into production, because that's important. I was just talking to you know what I'm saying, like not too long ago, like off camera, like how do you push the boundary with that? Because for real, as an artist, you know what I'm saying, I mean, you can allow, you know, like demographical standards when it comes to music, like regional shit, like how your sound should be, you know what I'm saying, especially coming from an area like the DMV where, you know, go-go is the dominant music.
Right.
So every rapper to an extent here has a harder road. Right. Because there's no lineage, there's no blueprint for that. Our blueprint is in a different genre of music.
We don't really have like we have a sound, but the sound that we have now is like it's a different sound, and I like it. I like the young artists
Mm-hmm.
that adopted that sound and took that
Mm-hmm.
sound to, you know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying, where they could take it at. Um, and it's like a if I could explain it, it's drill rapping, but it's on beat, but it's off beat. If you get what I'm saying, so it's
I'm hip.
kind
I'm
of,
hip.
you know what I'm saying. Like, yeah, I know you hip, you know what I'm saying, but like, you know what I'm saying, for the people that's
I got you.
from other places, like it's, you know what I'm saying, it might sound like, but it's on beat, it's in pocket, it's the cadence is crispy and everything. So like now we do have a sound, like the DMV area, we do have a sound. You know what I'm saying? It's unique. I don't think nobody
So let's go into the.
yeah,
Please describe it since
yeah.
we already going there.
I don't
You know what I'm
think
saying? So
nobody,
everybody that might see and watch this, you know what I'm saying? This is,
yeah,
you know,
anybody
from your perspective.
from somewhere else, it's unique. You know what I'm saying? Nobody is not gonna be able to mimic the way that they do it. I'm from the culture. I'm from the area I hang with and be with. I got peoples that rap that type of
Mm-hmm.
shit. You know what I'm saying? It cannot be mimicked. You know what I'm saying? It's a exquisite style. It's fire. You know what I'm saying? I love it. You know what I'm saying? And that's that's what we need. You know what I'm saying? The next generation, they can't be sounding like the ones that's, you know what I'm saying? That's mainstream now. They gotta have their own style. Cause in about what,
That's
five,
true.
10 years later, it's gonna change.
And you know, that's one thing that's interesting. Not to cut you off, but to add to what you're saying. Um, we can't get into this mindset of how things are supposed to be based on our
Yeah,
perspective.
it gotta evolve.
Everything evolves. You know what I'm saying? So I know for me that's a challenge though, because
Yeah, it gotta evolve.
like for hip hop, I love listening to music I could live my life to.
Right.
Levere got that type of stuff. Like it got some of that vibe to it. You know what I'm saying?
It's
Lyrically, production wise. So it's like it's a certain style of music the way I could cut this on while I'm driving somewhere
yeah,
or I might
you
be
feeling the
working
type, you in
out.
the type of
You know what I'm saying? You
mode.
know, it
Yeah.
fits the moods I naturally am in when I'm conducting myself.
Yeah, but that's all the evolution. Cause if you was 22, 23,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, we'll
Right.
be listening to riding out to KP. Even though I do ride out to KP Skywalker, all them Glock Jones,
Mm-hmm.
it's a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout
I
out to the
ride out
young
to,
man.
yeah, shout out to the young artists, young. I'm
Yeah.
fuck with
Yeah.
all y'all. I don't care what y'all got. I'm fuck
I
with
fuck with
everybody.
everybody. I gotta
I'm
get a
fuck
lot
with
more hip to
everybody.
music,
Yeah,
to everybody's music.
yeah.
But I definitely don't want to put out anything the way it seems like it's shade. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I fucks with all that shit because I download that shit. I listen to that shit. You know what I'm saying? When I'm in a certain type of mode and all that. But it gotta, like we were saying, it gotta evolve. You know what I'm saying? Like it gotta evolve. It gotta evolve. Like even with what I'm doing, like
Mm-hmm.
it's 90s, late 90s, early 2000, it might be early 90s, but sonically, it's now. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like you feel me? Like you gotta adapt. So it can't just be like, for example, like it just can't be, okay, I'm putting this out for that. I'm just rapping on that. No, it gotta be, I gotta put some art behind that now. Like if I'm dropping this,
Mm-hmm.
it gotta be some art. Like it gotta be a meaning. So like even down to the title of the album, like Launch at the Levee. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
it's a, you know what I'm saying? It takes it, it can move on its own. You know what I'm saying? It got its own legs. Now it just take for me to just put them in a race. You know what I'm saying? With everything, you know.
So let's talk about that. When we talk about um the Levere project, you know, even going to the into Dark Side of the Bing, again, I peep the detail that goes into the name of the song, the features, style of production. So for example, what's the song I like that Porter got? It's the last John, is St.
Oh,
Paul the
St.
Sixth
Paul,
versus
St. John's versus Paul the Sixth.
that's like a DMV basketball sports
Rivalry.
game, right? But see again, like so that's attention to detail. Like when I saw that in my mind, I'm like, I recognize the name.
Yeah.
So it makes me want to listen to the song.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. Like, so I'm always with anything. I've like throughout my years of rapping,
Mm-hmm.
like I noticed no matter what, it's always gonna be DMV. Something. You know what I'm saying? Like everything is DMV, but it's always gonna be DMV something. I'm always trying to. It's more so. It's more so. I'm trying to because they go the other cities. They go get it when they get it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like far as like you know what I'm saying. Or if they catch on to like St. John's and Paul the Six like basketball nationally, they known. They got recruits going to Duke. Like I just said it. We got a Juan Mac got his little cousin going to Georgetown. He played at St. John's.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? It's always gonna be the area. I'm always gonna put on for that, no matter what I'm on. I could be on the biggest stage, whatever. It's always somebody always gonna be like and look at something and be like, I know what he talk about.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Nigga from New York might not know, but or nigga from Jersey might not know.
Or anywhere,
but
for that matter,
yeah,
right?
Anywhere might not know. It could be a youngin' coming up. I know with St. John's that I've rode past St. John. I know where Paul the Sixth said that's in VA. I rode past Paul the Sixth.
I remember I remember back in the day reading to add what you're saying, like the newspapers, like again this before, so I'm telling my age and shit, but like looking at like the at the end of the basketball seasons, you know, the different tournaments, the Mets and the different conferences and all that. And I remember seeing that game. And I remember, you know what I'm saying, like different players going through the prep school circuit, playing for them schools. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, but that level of creativity matters.
Yeah, because
you know what I'm saying?
That I named that song just basically off me, Porter, and Porter brought his son Parker Dean to the game too. And Wave Cat Juan was at the game, man. Lil Cuz was at the game too. And why? Malik Mack brother.
Okay.
He was at the game too. His brother played with St. John's. They played Paul the Sixth in the city championship up American University.
There we go.
You know what I'm saying? So it the skits that you hear, that's them celebrating after they won. Lil Malik and them for St. John's. So that's them celebrating. So they like, oh, so you might you hear Donnie Freeman too. Look out for him. He going to Syracuse. Play I seen like some Instagram posts. He's with the Bahamas chilling with Buddy Hill hooping with the Bahamas.
Yeah, because they in the Olympics now.
Yeah, they're in the Olympics too. They gotta like that team. I ain't
Edgecombe, the boy Edgecombe like that.
Yeah, I put St. John's against any team, any high school team ever. I put them against anybody, and I got them winning. But yeah, the skit you hear them saying, oh, where you get the net from? That nigga done. Where you get the net? He motherfuckers done cut down the net, had the net around their neck and shit. They celebrating. You know what I'm saying? They just beat Paul the Sixth. Paul the Sixth, you know, got top players going to Duke.
All these top schools.
Yeah, all top. So it's a big game, you know what I'm saying? So I named the song after that. Me and Porter was at the game. Porter hopped on the drink, did what Porter do, what only Porter could do. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Chris Porter, I ain't met you yet. Yeah, I can't wait for that interview.
Yeah,
I can't wait for that one. I check Chris Porter out, man. 425, slim like that.
Yeah, on Northside Knowledge.
Shout out to the whole Northside team.
Northside Knowledge.
I like what y'all doing.
Dre, yeah, we on some Wu-Tang shit, man. You know, I see you got the Wu-Tang.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, there.
Stu set up nice, man.
Chambers.
You know. Hey, shout out to AP Fresh, shout out to Heat of Season.
Yeah, them the pioneers.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Oxon Hill got a good stock of like consistent, you know what I'm saying, work. So that's what I'm saying. It was interesting to kind of see just what inspirations are from so many different things. So before we kind of get out of here, let's touch on the production piece because we talked about like 90s, like 90s East Coast street music. But how does that come from a DMV perspective when in the 90s there was no East Coast rapping music in a sense? Like there was certain people, but it wasn't like a style or a genre.
Right.
See, you know what I'm saying?
See, I feel as though I can identify with like people that came up with that era. Like you were saying, we didn't really have that, so we had to adapt to like like my OGs, like they listen to Scarface, Devin the Dude,
rap a lot,
you know what I'm saying? They on that. Then you got some of my old heads. They was fucking with Mobb Deep, Wu-Tang, and you know what I'm saying. So you know what I'm saying? Like we was talking about earlier, we really ain't push our sound or our like at the time, like the '90s when we did have a sound because it
Mm-hmm.
was artists that was out in the '90s like Nonchalant, right?
I was thinking about her.
5 o'clock.
5 o'clock in the morning. I'm thinking
Yeah,
about
so that's
Section
like
8 Mob.
yeah, that's like a
Section 8
sound.
Mob had a
Yeah,
classic album.
yeah. Then you got Villain Style. You got you
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying. So we
And you
had
got go-go rappers too.
yeah, you got go rappers. So we had our style, but we just ain't push it to where as though it was more so like accepted, like
From a regional
yeah,
standpoint.
from a regional standpoint. You know what I'm saying. So I adapted like the '90s boom bap what we was into. You know what I'm saying? Coming up. You know what I'm saying? So what I see on BT, MTV, and all that shit, Rockefeller, Dipset, you know what I'm saying? Everybody that we see.
That era was mean.
Yeah, so I'm
As far as East Coast street music, because it was still New York, but it kind of spread out and
yeah,
you know
you got
you went to
from
Philly, you know what I'm
got
saying?
people from New
It was just a
Jersey.
certain style
Yeah,
of
so
music.
I fucking with it. Then you had the Pusha T's and for reals that
And
come
VA,
through from VA. So you like, okay, we do. Cause
we in the middle.
yeah, you come to find out that Missy and
I
Timberland
had ties
and
up here.
Magoo and all them from is they from VA?
All of them down there. Teddy
Exactly.
Riley,
So
Pharrell.
we got a sound. We just don't. You know what I'm saying? We don't.
And
come
they was hip to
together.
go. All of them hip to go.
All of them
Pharrell
hit
done
the
spoke on
go-go.
go-go.
They use different sounds and different inspirations from go-go to make their productions.
Mm-hmm.
It's documented. You know what I'm saying? So like we tied into that, but we got our own style because we talk different, we dress different, we act different. You know what I'm saying? DC, the DMV, Maryland, all that shit is just different. You know what I'm saying? Far as like I could be on a boom bap beat, but once you hear me talking, you go be like, oh yeah, he from the DMV.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Uh, That's how I try like
The range is vicious,
yeah,
honestly.
like the production. You know what I'm saying? But I got a few guys that I fucks with like far as like production. So it's like probably like 8 to 10 guys that I'm just always just you know what I'm saying they might send me something or I'm just always just go tap in
Mm-hmm.
and go check them out because I know that they make the type of sound you know what I'm saying that I develop. So I'm a you know what I'm saying.
Right.
Stay in my lane. You know what I'm saying. I do different shit. I do trap beats when I get on like the Airy Set Trey. That's what Airy Set Trey on.
Shout out to Trey.
Yeah, shout out to
Crummy Trey.
Crummy Trey, man. Shout out to Trey.
Ain't
Shout out to
seen my man in a minute.
family. Hell yeah, motherfucker. I definitely do some shit like that. We got some Airy Set shit brewing. Airy Set is me, him, and Porter.
So Airy Set is a crew.
Airy Set is a crew.
So I was thinking about that earlier. Like I said, we've been building this afternoon, you know what I'm saying, you know, with our conversation. But I peeped that.
Yeah, Airy Set is a crew.
I want to hear that.
That's coming. That's brewing.
That's the track I told you I like out front of the carryout.
Yeah, that's brewing. Yeah, that's like an Airy Set thing. So like you might not most of them songs, right? Like we'll do it like it might be Chris Porter featuring Airy Set. It ain't gonna say Airy Set Trey. It ain't gonna say SportsCenter Dre. But
It's gonna say Trey.
It's gonna say Chris Porter featuring Airy Set.
Ah, got you.
It might say featuring Airy Set Trey. It ain't gonna say featuring Airy Set. It's just gonna say featuring Airy Set. That's just
everybody.
That's just us three.
Right, y'all three. That's what I mean.
Porter and Airy Set Trey.
Mm-hmm.
Now when we do like Can't Ride the Waves, that's like more so like Can't Ride the Wave Barcelona 92. That's like Olympics theme.
Mm-hmm.
Like how we you know what I'm saying on some sports shit. That's me, Porter, and Knowledge Bone, Northside Knowledge.
Okay.
That's three. You know
he got his man on the last tape too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, on the Lunch of the Levere, all of them on that. Yeah, all of them on that. And we got Heater Caesar on there. We got Spike New.
Y'all boy Heater Caesar out of retirement.
Yeah, and I think I'm the only one. I think me and probably one more other person might could do that. I think I might.
Cousin came out of retirement.
Yeah, I bought about his shit.
But that's I mean again, like you know. you look at things just like, again, like I said, from a style of music, like this goes back to that. Like when you mentioned Wu-Tang and like the
Yeah.
range of influence in the DMV area for like an artist,
Hmm.
because of the fact that we didn't have rap popping here is our top music in the 90s, which was the golden era of rap though.
Right.
But our town was outside in the mix of all of that shit.
Yeah, influencing shit.
Influence and shit, it didn't
Yeah.
translate from us being rappers.
Yeah.
Niggas were just, they did what they did in the street, and as far as musically, it translated into go-go bands.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But that's what makes our area unique, our perspective unique.
Yeah.
So that's what makes us great in a sense. You know what I'm saying? But when you look at it, how it translates now and how y'all putting a project together, you could use like a Wu-Tang.
Yeah.
And it's like you just have a bunch of different characters.
I'm gonna give you that type of exactly. That's
Mhm.
like it's like it's
a bunch
like
of different
watching
characters.
Power. You know what I'm saying? I might be them. I might be Ghost. You know what I'm saying? But hold on. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget about I got Heater Seas over here. I got Wave Cap Juan over here. That's gonna talk his shit on the intro. You know what I'm saying? One of the fashion gods who I, you know what I'm saying, draw inspiration to just off how he dressed. He's not even a rapper. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's what I love about Oxford.
Yeah,
Y'all
you know
niggas
what I'm
still
saying?
keep like it's
Exactly.
like been a team since the Boys and Girls Club days.
Yeah, that's the type of feel I always want to like keep, no matter what.
Mhm.
It always gotta be that. You know what I'm saying? Like even everybody, Buddha man, I go to you know what I'm saying? Because Chris Porter is from the North Side, like the Waldorf part.
Ah, got you.
Yeah,
Okay, okay.
so that's my cousin. So even ill rappers over there like Buddha man, you got motherfucking Lil Reek. I got Lil Reek on there with
I see him in the feature list.
yeah, on some and that's some trap shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of like some, you know what I'm saying, more so, and he on that. You know what I'm saying? That's what they on. So when I heard that beat, I said, let me get Lil Reek and let me get Harry Set Trey on there. That's what they on. You know what I'm saying? That's the type
Gotcha.
of sound
Okay,
they on.
okay,
I'm gonna
okay.
be able to play my part. You know what I'm saying? I got 12, 16. You know what I'm saying? But I want people to hear that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, with the productions and the features and all that shit be calculated, bro. That shit calculated.
They come together well. You want to shout out some producers?
Brandon Blanco, Fendi Pendergrass, rest in peace, man. I got him on my new joint, man. I found out that he passed away not too long ago.
Oh man, R.I.P.
Yeah, I got him on the dark side of the Bing. Quincy Simba, Bluff God, Von Beats, the Brody family. Seymour did some production that I gotta get to. I owe you one, Seymour. I still got that beat. I got something for that shit. But yeah, producers, yeah, I'm heavy into giving the producers their credit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
got to. That's
got
why I kind
to,
of mentioned
like,
that because
yeah, got to. Bluff God. I got something brewing up with him. Like,
yeah, we got it. Like all aspects of the process matter. Engineers, I shout my guy Mark Johnson out all the time. You know what I'm saying? I'm out tied up with him all the time. Like, like everybody plays a part into the creation of music.
It ain't just. I know,
you know
I know when people hear the finishing project, y'all think like, okay, it's just the visuals and the music and the.
No, it's a team effort. It's no different.
Team effort. That motherfucker who's in the visual, he just playing quarterback or running back.
We just talking about that. Like I was telling Cuzzo, like the visual piece, every piece matters. That's why, like me coming from like a management field, like I knew my talent in management or just my understanding of a skill set can translate into other industries.
That's a fact.
Because people need management. It just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So develop your skill sets, man. Get your skill sets together. It doesn't matter what hustle you got, what entrepreneurial field you want to go into, what skill sets you taking into it, man. But anyway, we covered a lot today, man. You know what I'm saying? My notes tapped out. You know what I'm talking about? So that's how I know we did a good job. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
So we covered a lot, man. It was, like I said, this has been a great conversation. This is not gonna be the last one. This is the third one.
I'm gonna come back after Darkside of the Bang drop. I'm gonna come back.
Right. So the Darkside of the Bang is coming out this fall.
Yeah.
Are you gonna have some? I guess kind of take your time. You can promo that like from a standpoint of we seen how Levere was, right? I said it right. So is it a little bit different based upon the concept and or the theme being different? Like from a production style, do we expect something different? From a feature concept, will it be as many or will it be less, or will we see some of the same people? Kind of give us a little bit of insight into that before we, we step out.
Dark Side of the Bing is definitely it's a different thing from Lunch at the Levee. That is tapping into my the wrestling side and the dark side. You know, like everybody got a dark side, everybody got a good side, everybody, you know what I'm saying. But whatever that's another day. But it's Dark Side of the Bang, different producers. Every song, different producers. Yeah,
so that's something. That's one thing that's different than Levere.
One thing that's different from Levere, and I got that from like I said, another joint. I think I did some homework, and Nas did that on it. It was written. You know what I'm saying? It was just different producers. So I wanted to give like that feel to with it. You know what I'm saying? So it's different producers.
It's a hell of a reference point right there. Nas, arguably my favorite rapper. You know, so I got
Yeah. Far as the features is tricky. See, I got two. I got two already. Streetwear P. He's based out of the Waldorf area. Yeah, like that.
Streetwear P.
Streetwear P.
Shout out to Slim. Okay.
He's like that, and I got C-Boy the Sauce God. He's from Akron, Ohio.
Okay. Shout out to Ohio.
Yeah. Shout out.
All right, that's a bet.
And see, far as like the team, that's more so like a like if they pop up, like we got so much shit going on and shit, you know what I'm saying? Everybody got shit going on. So if they pop up, you know what I'm saying? They hear some shit, they hop on and shit, they hop on and shit. That's like
we'll see
like
from
organic.
Right. We'll see from the homies.
Yeah, so as far as the homies, you might hear them on there. You might not, you might gotta wait to the joint after that. That's already ruined because the bang is done.
But we'll talk about that the next time y'all see us, because it's another interview coming, because I won't say interview, I'll say conversation, because yeah, we discussed some things. Dre got some good shit cooking up, you know what I'm saying, for him and the team. So I appreciate you sitting down and chopping it up with me, man. You know what I'm saying? So
appreciate you, Brody.
Yeah, we done covered everything for this go around. Check out Lunch at the Levere. It's been out since November.
Yes, sir.
SportsCenter Dre, Darkside of the Bing. Coming this fall.
Facts.
Y'all gonna see me around. I'm always around.
Focus on.
All right. Love. We out.